time where there are good options in Iraq. There are only bad options and worse options. But what we know is that we can't do any of these things on education, on healthcare, on energy, if we continue to send $100 billion a year overseas. And that's why I am proud that I was against this war in Iraq from the start of 2002. And I stood up in front of 3,000 people and said, this is a bad idea. I am just as proud that I now have a bill in the Senate right now. We've got 50 sponsors in the House that says by May 1st of this year, we need to start phasing out. We need to start redeploying our troops out of Iraq. We have to have all our combat troops out of Iraq by March 31st of next year and put the onus on the Iraqis because we don't have, there is no military solution to be had in Iraq. There's a political solution to be had. And as long as our troops are over there and we increase the numbers and we are there indefinitely, then the various factions there don't believe that they have to compromise and negotiate. And we've got to tell them, it is time for you to negotiate and arrive at the sort of political accommodations that will bring stability to your country. And we will work with you, we will help you, we will invest in your economy, but we're not going to do it as long as you guys are engaging in the kind of sectarian civil war that you engage in. That's not so hard. And if George Bush doesn't listen, then we're going to make him listen. Because it's time for us to bring our young people home. Catch though, guys. There's a catch. I am confident of my ability to lead this country. And I'm determined to offer my vision of where this country needs to go. But I know I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. A while back, a few weeks back, some of you probably saw, I went down to Selma, Alabama for the 42nd anniversary of the famous march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And it was a wonderful celebration. And all the media was there, and a lot of politicians were there, and yet, what was powerful about it was the reminder of what ordinary folks had accomplished there. You know, people, when I came back, said, boy, that was a powerful celebration of Black history. And I said, no, you don't understand, it's a celebration of American history. Because at each and every juncture in our history, it has always been the truth that change has come from the bottom up. It hasn't come from the top down. Change has come because folks decided we're going to bring about a change. From the earliest days of the revolution, when folks decided we don't believe in taxation without representation, and 13 ragtag colonies decided to throw off the tyranny of the British Empire. Through those who said that we'll always have slavery with us. And there were a whole bunch of people who said, no, no, no. We believe in a more perfect union, and we believe in that Declaration of Independence that says all men are created equal. And then at some point there was some woman who looked across the kitchen table and said, you know, I'm smarter than that man. How come he gets the right to vote and I don't? And they started organizing and marching until they got the right to vote. And workers started organizing so that they could get a fair share of their labors. And immigrants started to look at distant shores and said, something's going on in America. We're going to go over there and brick by brick, callous hand by callous hand, we're going to transform our lives and give a better future for our children. And we overcame depression and World War. And JFK stood up and he said, we're going to go to the moon. And his engineers took out their slide rules and they looked and they said, we don't know how to do that. He said, it doesn't matter. Once we've set our sights, Americans, we can make things happen at every junction. When people have said, we are going to change this country, it has changed. And the million voices are determined to make a change, it changes. campaign is a vehicle for your hopes and your dreams. There are going to be times where I make mistakes. There are going to be times where I'm tired. There are going to be times where I falter. But if this campaign is about you, if everybody here goes home and sends out 5 emails saying, get on BarackObama.com, and if everybody here says, you know what, we're going to contribute $10 to the Obama campaign, if everybody here starts getting everybody registered to vote, if folks here are starting to get educated about the issues that we face in this country, if this becomes your campaign, it can't be stopped. If this is your campaign, when the million voices come together, then we will make sure everybody has health care in this country. When this is your campaign, we'll make sure that we stop global warming. When this is your campaign, we will educate every child. When this is your campaign, we can deal with the problems of poverty. When this is your campaign, then we don't have to be stuck with the world as it is. We can imagine the world as it can be. And together we can march towards that future. And if you do that, not only are we going to change the country, but you might just elect a president named Barack Obama. Thank you.